It's time to put a hatchet in the year 2013, right along with all of our old failures, all of our regrets, all of our missed opportunities, and all of our bad choices. But as we put one year to rest and welcome in a new one, pregnant with new opportunities and second chances, it's always nice to reflect upon all the successes of the previous year. There were many triumphs in the way of entertainment, and as a critic, it's a joy and a challenge to condense a year's worth of quality films into a Hollywood shortlist, especially with years like 2013 that were top heavy with compelling films and powerful performances. But it is unlikely that any viewer will see a film more remarkable, more stunningly beautiful, or challenging as Steve McQueen's masterpiece, 12 Years a Slave. In this unflinching and beautifully realized pre-Civil War drama, the magnificent Chiwetel Ejiofor plays Solomon Northup, a talented, articulate, free black man in upstate New York who is mercilessly abducted and sold into slavery. Stripped of his name, his status, his dignity, and many, many layers of flesh at the hands of his masters. This is undoubtedly the most vivid, uncompromising depiction of one of the nation's most fatal flaws, American slavery. Make no mistake, this is tough viewing, but the emotional payoff is rewarding and life-affirming. You'll walk away feeling simultaneously exhausted and invigorated. A story about the unyielding power of love and endurance. Commendable work from the soulful Ejiofor, the villainous slave master Michael Fassbender, and heartbreaking newcomer Lupita Nyong'o, all of which will surely be re-mentioned come Oscar time. An easy runner-up to the year's best film is director Alfonso Cuarón's mind-blowing sci-fi epic Gravity. If you took every film in the history of cinema that has ever been set in outer space, injected it with steroids, you would still fall short of the greatness that Mr. Cuarón and his talented group of filmmakers have achieved with Gravity. Set almost entirely in space, we meet medical examiner Ryan Stone, played very sensitively by Oscar winner Sandra Bullock, and her chatty, carefree companion, veteran astronaut Matt Kowalski, played by Hollywood's leading man George Clooney. As they embark on a seemingly routine shuttle mission, all hell breaks loose when the shuttle suddenly explodes, sending Bullock's character Stone spiraling into an abyss of darkness, with nothing and no one to latch onto for safety. Now it's up to her fiery spirit, her strong will, and seasoned ingenuity to survive the relentless peril that awaits her in this unforgiving environment. I can tell you right now, this film had my heart pounding for its full 90-minute run, as outer space has always been an irrational fear of mine. And with visual effects this stunning and convincing, it's hard not to feel you're experiencing the horror firsthand. Sandra Bullock gives a career best performance in this eerily beautiful film about the power of the human spirit. Easily a contender for Best Picture and Best Director. With Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, texting, and online dating all serving as our primary sources of communication in our modern tech-savvy society, it becomes apparent that our relationship with technology is both a blessing and a curse. Now, the funny thing is, I'm not just referring to all of you. I'm also describing my number 3 pick of Best Films of the Year. It is director Spike Jonze's brilliant Her. Set in a beautifully photographed Los Angeles in the not-too-distant future, we meet Theodore Thrombey, played by Joaquin Phoenix, a lonely writer who writes eloquent personal letters to other people. In this somewhat futuristic existence, the world of technology rules nearly every aspect of human life as we know it. Automated voices assist in our driving, instruct us of the weather forecast, inform us of incoming emails. But for Theodore, this world is of necessary, if not great company, to distract him from his feelings of loneliness and isolation, attributed mostly to his impending divorce. It's not that Theodore doesn't try to socialize or go on dates, he does. But his openness and honesty proves too abrasive to those around him. That is until he becomes entranced by a new, advanced operating system that is intuitive, sensitive, and specifically designed to cater to his unique needs. The operating system, named Samantha, voiced flawlessly by Scarlett Johansson, is smart, vibrant, funny, and full of curiosity. Her ability to evolve, think critically, and rationally creates an eerie intrigue that's thrilling to watch. Of course, her not being a physical presence does have its obvious limitations. This is a soulful, unique, innovative, and groundbreaking piece of cinema that speaks to our society's disconnect with human interaction and shows just how easy it is to get lost in the ever evolving world of technology. The irony in the story is that while Samantha and Theodore's relationship is built on literally artificial means, they create something real in their emotions and their touching rapport with one another. Their dialogue is intimate and thoughtful. It conveys so beautifully the desire we all harness to connect with another human being. Her truly is a brilliant, brilliant film. Films don't come more thrilling, morally contemplative, or ominously rendered than director Denis Villeneuve's drama, Prisoners. I got $10 that says you won't guess the ending to this mindbender. When two innocent 8-year-old girls go missing on a Thanksgiving holiday, two families are shook to their core with fear, anguish, and desperation. Hugh Jackman plays Keller Dover, an everyday family man whose missing daughter awakens a violent, vengeful alter ego that will stop at nothing to get his daughter back. His wife Grace, played by Maria Bello, and his friends and neighbors Nancy and Frank Birch, Viola Davis and Terrence Howard, exercise their grief in a more civil, private manner. The only lead any of them can conjure is a mysterious RV that was curiously parked across the street of their residence. When the RV is identified by the observant detective Loki, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, a creepy, mentally challenged teenager named Alex Jones, Paul Dano, is taken in for rigorous questioning. He is released due to a lack of incriminating evidence, which transforms Jackman's Dover into a beacon of unyielding rage. He attempts to put justice into his own hands by kidnapping the boy, shackling him to a bathroom in a vacant building, and subjecting him to unspeakable acts of mental and physical violence in an effort to learn of his daughter's whereabouts. His unorthodox methods are frowned upon by the other parents, who sit back reluctantly in hopes that something good will come of it. But as new leads, new clues, and alternative theories create a more intricate web of mystery, the person or persons responsible for the girl's whereabouts may be more involved than anyone could imagine. Prisoners is a spellbinding drama that requires a lot of its audience. It asks us to ponder how far we would go for our loved ones in a similar situation. As unsettled and repulsed as we are by Keller's repeated acts of cruelty, we can't shake the feeling that we might be capable of the same actions. Hugh Jackman gives a remarkably intense performance. Jake Gyllenhaal, Viola Davis, Maria Bello, Terrence Howard, Paul Dano, and Melissa Leo do equally commendable work. Filmed with a dense, shadowy atmosphere, complemented by an ominously beautiful score, Prisoners will surely unlock your deepest nightmares. With echoes of the films Seven and Zodiac, Prisoners is a gritty crime drama. Family dysfunction has never been more riveting to watch than what is powerfully portrayed in director John Wells' screen adaptation of August Osage County. Based on the Tony and Pulitzer Prize-winning play of the same name, and written by the great screenwriter Tracy Letts, the twisted mind behind films such as Bug and Killer Joe, August Osage County may just prove to be his most accessible, if not his most light-hearted film to date. I had the esteemed privilege of working on this production in fall of 2012, right here in my very own state of Oklahoma. And it was one of the most magical, unforgettable, and enlightening experiences of my life. Now, the film and the play are first and foremost an actor's showcase. And what a cast we have on display here. You have Academy Award winners Meryl Streep, Julia Roberts, Chris Cooper, Ewan McGregor, Juliette Lewis, Abigail Breslin, Benedict Cumberbatch, And the list goes
The
on.
almighty Streep plays Violet Weston, the vicious, cancer-ridden, pill-popping matriarch who summons her immediate and distant family to her majestic country homestead in scorching hot Oklahoma following the mysterious disappearance of her poet husband, Beverly Weston, played masterfully by the great Sam Shepard. Julia Roberts plays Violet's eldest daughter, Barbara, who brings along her younger pot-smoking daughter, Abigail Breslin, her adulterous college professor husband, Bill, Ewan McGregor, and years of festering rage, bitterness, and unspoken anguish. She is joined by her younger sisters, Ivy and Karen, played by Julianne Nicholson and Juliette Lewis. And to round out the family circle, Violet's younger sister, Maddie Faye, the great Margot Mattindale, her husband, Charlie, Chris Cooper, and their neppish son, little Charles, played by Benedict Cumberbatch. Each enters the household with their own set of emotional baggage, but none more pronounced than the boiling tea kettle of a relationship Violet and Barbara share. As Violet systematically scolds every member of the family for past and previous ills, the tension in the room is palpable and unsettling. This all leads to an iconic dinner scene in which Roberts and Streep lay into each other, both figuratively and literally. As old skeletons come out of the closet and new shocking revelations are revealed, the Westons become a family audiences won't soon forget. August Osage County is no easy walk in the park. In fact, it's more like a nosedive into molten hot lava, but not without humor, of course. But all the dysfunction makes for compelling, relatable drama, with dialogue that snap, crackles, and pops, both comedically and dramatically. It's a testament to Tracy Lett's astounding gift as a writer and ability to capture the nuances of human frailty and heartache. There isn't a weak performance in this film, but it's Roberts and Streep that chew away the scenery with ferocious intensity, grace, and heartbreak. Be sure to look for my name in the credits as well. That wraps up my review of the year's best films. I'll see you next time at the movies.